Alright everyone, today we're going to start off with a video describing how to assemble the 27-inch monitor flip. You'll want to go ahead and prep all your parts with the hardware. This includes adding cross dowels to parts. Make sure that the line is up and pointed towards the hole on the side. The next step is we will have to mount our metal plates onto our monitor mount. Take 2 magnetic screws and screw in each side into the pre-drilled holes. There should be 12 metal plates. Also, there should be 10 cross dowels. Alright, a couple more pieces with cross dowels. The next step is we need to mount our magnets. There should be 6 magnets. There's pre-drilled holes, and then we'll just screw those down into the pre-drilled holes. Make sure that you face the magnets towards the slanted edge. Alright, next step, we're going to take our 2 fins and we're going to attach them to our crossbeam. Make sure that when you do this, you have all of the cross dowels pointing the same direction. There's 2 on the fins and 3 on the crossbeam. Alright. Alright, next step, we'll take the pedestal base, we'll add it to the beam and the fins that we just put together.
Alright, we'll just call it there. So,
alright.
The 60 millimeters.
So whenever you're finished putting all of that together, you're going to take 2 of the 60 millimeter bolts, 1 on each side, and just screw them down. Then you'll take an Allen key and tighten those up so that it's all one complete piece. Alright, the next step, we'll be putting these parts together. Take note that this piece it only has the edge tape on one side. It's important because there's another piece with both sides edge banded. I'm just going to put it in right there. Next step, we'll take the piece with the grommet hole and then we'll place it on there as well. Make sure that you, again, pay attention to the edge band side so that it's facing outward. Should come to a 90-degree angle, where one side, the side that's not edge band, will be flush with the other piece and you cannot see it anymore. Our next step, we'll be taking the piece that's similar to the other piece, except for this one actually has both sides edge banded, and then we'll be placing it on there, making sure that you're facing your cross dowels to the back. Alright, once you've come to this step, you'll just take the other piece with the magnets attached and it will be your other side. You'll put it all on top. Alright, next step, we'll have to place all of our bolts. There should be 2 bolts on each side of this set of parts. You can hand tighten them down until you need to use your Allen key to tighten them the rest of the way. Our next step is we'll be adding the base. Work those wooden dowels into the 3 holes on each side of the base. Perfect. Alright, so flip over the whole stand. There will be 4 holes on the bottom. You're going to take your remaining 4 60mm bolts, remaining 2 60mm bolts, my bad, and you're going to go ahead and put them into the bottom holes. So there should be still 2 empty holes right above the 60mm bolts. And then we'll just tighten those down with an Allen wrench. Alright, after we've assembled our pedestal, we're going to have to mount our monitor to the monitor mount now. There should be 4 nylon spacers. There's also going to be 4 silver washers and 4 silver bolts. So you're going to take your monitor mount after you've placed your nylon spacers on your TV, line it up.
Making sure magnets are facing out.
Do make sure that you face your metal plates to the outside, as you'll need them to mount this with the magnets. Find the appropriate slot. Might take a little bit of adjusting of the nylon spacers from time to time. And you're just going to repeat this process for all 4 bolts, and then tighten down at the end. Alright, now that we've got our pedestal assembled and our monitor mounted, the next step is to attach the pedestal to our cabinet base. There are going to be 2 60mm bolts. They will have smaller heads than the other 60mm bolts. We will use those to mount the pedestal. Alright, just to be clear, where you're going to mount the pedestal to the cabinet base is going to be on the inside underneath the pedestal. There's going to be a keyhole looking notch in the inside of the panel, and then the bolt will screw upwards. So when I back out, this is the back of the cabinet. It can also be found right there. Alright, we've come to the final step. We're going to take our monitor, line it up to the magnets, line the magnetic plates up to the magnets, and there you have it. Voila. Alright, and then for easy pinball use, you can rotate your TV 90 degrees and it will mount in perfectly.